What are your plans for these last weekends of summer of a year that turned out to be quite extraordinary for most of us? Yes, I am talking about 2020. Well, I was planning to get out there in the garden with my partner Adrian because this year we have progressed a lot on a few flower beds and shrubs beds in the back garden, but the typical British weather decided otherwise. Now the sun is glaring from outside, but we have this storm going on, gusts of wind and clouds all over, and temperatures going up when the sun's out and then going really down when the sun hides behind the clouds. So gardening probably next weekend. We are going to do today the next best thing to gardening, which is baking and cooking. I am Katarina George, writer and vlogger, and on this channel I publish a lot about lifestyle, healthy living, a lot of traveling, as well as a lot of vlogs about my cultural heritage. So if you're interested in all of this, remember to subscribe to my channel. And you might also be wondering what is all of this that I was doing at the beginning of this vlog. It's my mandala book, one of my mandala books, because adult coloring really relaxes me and helps me recharge. And in between the different stages of cooking today, I plan to do a little bit more of this. Don't worry, I won't make you watch me while I color in my book. What I will do now is invite you with me out in the garden to have a look at some of the flowers we planted this year in the back garden, because I'm really proud of them, and that's a little bit, a snippet of gardening if the weather didn't really work in our favor this weekend. Let's go then. As you have probably noticed, I am wearing a very summery outfit today. What can I say? I'm not ready to let go of the summer yet. And yeah, this is my gardening diva / cooking diva outfit with shorts and everything else today. Let's head out there, though, while we still have some sunshine and no heavy pouring rain as we had the previous days. Who would have believed that summer, end of August, we'll have the wind howling in our fireplace just like it does in the cold seasons? Let me put on my gardening shoes and then we'll head out there for a bit before returning to the kitchen for a little bit of a specific cooking to a certain culture that I am going to reveal to you a little bit later. Do you know what? It is a little bit chilly out here today, and I've just noticed over there the wind has blown one of my empty pots away. I have to say I haven't been really much in the garden recently, busy with work and other bits, so yeah, but it's still looking nice because I do just weed it and make sure that my flowers and my plants have water regularly. So let's pick this thing up first. There it is. Put it around here somewhere. Phew, it is getting pretty chilly. I'm glad I'm not doing gardening in my summery outfit out here today. I'm just going to show you a little bit around these flower beds that Adrian and I have planted over the last couple of years. Yeah, I mean, he's dug them out more than anything, and I am the one planting them. And in this one that we've got right here, I really love the way that my echinacea is coming through. We wanted to get an echinacea for quite a long time, and yeah, it's here this year together with some alpines, and then my gladioli. which I replanted because I had lots of gladioli bulbs just multiplying in the other flower bed over there to the right. And then towards the area where we'll have the patio for sitting outside one day when we're gonna get around to doing it, to organize it. We've done shrubs, and I'm particularly happy with how my lavenders have done this year. I haven't managed to cut them out yet and dry them, as I keep on saying that I will do. And then our beautiful roses from David Austin from nearby. I had a vlog last year with David Austin when I took my mum and my foster brother to visit when they were here. Then in the back flower bed, I have all of these fuchsias and sedum and these like cocktail colored flowers that I'm again really fond of. Yeah, and this garden is a working project, and yeah, it's a garden, so it's alive, it's evolving. Plants are settling, they're growing, it's changing year after year. That's one of the things that I love about gardening. Let's head back inside though before I'm going to freeze. Oh yeah, and by the way, I've got these courgettes as well and other vegetables that I planted this year. But you know what, we're going to talk about gardening more in another vlog, because I want to show you this garden and everything that I'm doing year after year as work in progress. I'm freezing. Let's go in. We are back inside now, away from that chilly wind and those few droplets of rain that scared me off. It's not raining out there right now. Those clouds don't know what they want to do, and that's so typical for British weather. I think I have said that 1,000 times in today's vlog. Well, it's the chorus of the last days of summer here in the UK. So yeah, I am really happy that I'm not doing the gardening today, although I love being out there. I've showed you around a little bit. Now we're getting ready to cook. I have mentioned a bit earlier in this vlog that I do videos about my cultural heritage, and maybe you would expect now what I'm going to tell you about the recipe we are going to make together today. If you're new to my channel, you obviously don't know what my cultural heritage is, and I'll let you know now. I am Romanian, living in the UK now, and Romania is my home country. So I brought a lot of my own traditions with me here, and yeah, I like to cook some of my old food from back home, from back in Romania, and all sorts of things like that, which I love sharing on this YouTube channel, because that's part of the reason that I've started it. Now let's get those ingredients and do some cooking finally today. One of the things that I brought with me when I moved in this country about 9 years ago, 9 years and a half now, are these recipe notebooks that I've written by hand during my few months that I've spent with my parents and my grandma back in the Romanian countryside before I moved to a completely different country. I am a very passionate cook, just like my mom is, and I am a very big collector of recipes and all sorts of recipe books and magazines. And as you can see, here they are in my cupboard. The one recipe that I really wanted to do today is this chifle de mămăligă cu ceapă. That's in Romanian, you've guessed well. And it is number 6. Let's find it. Oh, it's number 7. And what that means is polenta buns with onion. Now the main ingredient, as you've guessed, is polenta or cornmeal or ground corn. You'll have to excuse this little bit of mess here because Adrian is moving some stuff around, and yeah, but he's just given the kitchen to me now, so I can do this with you. So there it is. I've got some various bags of cornmeal, and this one is actually a Romanian brand. Yep, main ingredient ready. Then I shall need some spring onions that I bought yesterday. Really nice bunch here. And some, oh, that one is stuck. Some nice red bell pepper. I think I've got other colors in there as well. And even some extra frozen corn for a little bit more texture to it. I've got all the main ingredients now laid out here, including eggs, cheese, and that is feta cheese. Us Romanians, just like a lot of people in that part of the world, love sheep and goat's cheese. We are really crazy about it. Milk, I said, and some flour, and I just have to choose some herbs to go with it. But before we crack on with the actual recipe, I wanted to tell you a little bit about Romanians and cornmeal, polenta and all of that, because it became the main staple food in Romania once corn was imported into Europe. And that's for very good reasons, because our geography and our climate there, with very hot summers, and everything around what corn needs was perfect for really big crops of corn. And it's quite cheap to grow, it doesn't need a lot of water, you just need to weed it once or twice. I remember my friends in the countryside with their families who had like big corn fields. For the family, they used to go a couple of times a summer and do the weeding, and they used to get really burnt from the very scorching sun. But I digress, so let's go back to our recipe that we're going to make today. And besides these cornmeal buns, I want to make some meatballs as well. That's something else that us Romanians are quite crazy about. Meatballs, be them pork meatballs or beef or lamb, or a lot of times we mix pork and beef as well. I forgot something. My apron. I've already done some of the ingredients, like the dry ones. Never mind, I'm gonna go get it now. My polenta buns are baking and growing now in the oven. So I made the second main dish for today, which is these beef meatballs. They're not meatballs right now because there's the ground beef, 2 finely chopped red onions. I've put some cinnamon in there, some garlic pepper, and the basil that I've grown myself. I want to keep growing basil because there's nothing like the fresh scent of basil. Even when you just touch the plant, you can feel it, it releases it. So I'm going to make these meatballs, I'm going to pop them in the oven with some green beans, and then all of my cooking today is done. And we can, I think Adrian is quite hungry right now, so we can enjoy a little bit of a belated dinner with everything that I've done today. This has been our cooking adventure for today with a Romanian flavor to it. This recipe is one of my favorites in my notebook that I've copied from a Romanian recipe magazine. And I have actually put it in one of my first vlogs, but back then my gear wasn't so good. I dare say that my presentation improved meanwhile as well. My gear, I have updated it very recently, and I will make a vlog about what I'm using now and how pleased I am with it. And yeah, that is it about Romanian cooking and what I wanted to do with you today. I plan to do more vlogs like this because cooking is one of my passions. I really enjoy doing it. It does feel like a little bit of an adventure in the kitchen. Now, if you liked this vlog, please remember to give me thumbs up because that helps the content reach other people as well. And then I know that you want me to make more of these. And then also remember to subscribe to my channel. And until next time then, ciao for now. We are 2 hungry people here now, ready to eat all of these goodies.